Now there's a nice foam line up the inside of the river here, and I'm going to concentrate this soft hackle dry along this foam line. It's fast flowing water either side of it, and the foam line will indicate to the fish where the food concentrates. So it's always a good idea to cover these foam lines, and this soft hackle dry is very good at pulling fish up even when there's no sign of a rise, which is exactly the conditions we have right now in this bright sunshine. But by working along this foam line, which is where the fish are likely to be looking up, I maximise my chances of a catch. And there was one, took the dry there almost straight away. And there we go, that's a nice fish on the soft hackle dry along that foam line, just as we said. Nice little wild brownie in this gorgeous autumn sunshine. Lovely fish. Crimson red spots, pretty fish. So that soft hackle dry does a great job of rising fish, even in the absence of a rise. And that's the result. And of course, the details of how to tie these flies are available on the upcoming On-Stream Guide DVD, the Deadly Dozen series, with the first half dozen being dry flies. And in this DVD we illustrate how to tie the flies and where to fish them. And as you can see, the soft hackle dry is a good dry fly for rising fish in any type of water, like this gorgeous water in front of me. Even in the absence of a hatch, fish will come and take the fly. It's a great search fly. Let's see if there's any more in there. Now, this water up ahead of me looks very good. I've still got the soft hackle dry on, and there's actually one or two pale wateries just coming off, so I'm just working my way up. Now up ahead of me there's a rock, and there's a V shaped in the foam lines. Now where you get these V shapes in the foam lines, often big trout lie. So I'm working my way up slowly to that lie, because where the foam lines converge is often where a decent sized trout will be looking at the surface. And that looked like a rise there on the left hand side, but that looked like a smaller fish. There we go. So right where we said, that soft hackle dry working its magic again. Nice trout, nice, beautiful, wild, stunning brown trout. These are very healthy fish. Very, very healthy wild trout. Another wild trout, completely taken in by that soft hackle dry. And in this broken water, with a slight trickle hatch of pale wateries, the soft hackle dry is absolutely deadly. Let's see if there's any more. Now all I've done since I've caught that fish is dried the fly, and we're ready to go in the same area again. As I say, where those currents converge like that, is often one or two fish. And there we go, instantly, next cast, consecutive casts, and it's another stunning fish. And when fishing is like this and the flies you're using are very effective, then it becomes very easy but incredibly enjoyable. and we handle these fish with great care. Wild fish like this are a commodity, and we should look after them. And in this type of water, many anglers, there we go, stunning little brownie. Many anglers walk past this type of water in the false belief that skinny water, this water's about knee deep, doesn't hold fish, and they head for slower, deeper sections of the river. But the truth is, these environments are perfect for trout, and therefore perfect for the dry fly angler. We're in this expansive flat with the odd fish picking at bits and bobs on the surface. These are selective fish. In this part of the pool, there's no obvious upright mayfly species or aquatic species hatching, and the fish tend to be taking an eclectic mix of small black insects and small items trapped in the surface film, and this environment is perfect for the fly we call the one. The one, as illustrated on our DVD, A Half Dozen Deadly River Dry Flies, is a paraloop grey duster, and it does a good job of representing spinners, terrestrial insects, and a whole variety of insects that get trapped in the surface film. So without further ado, let's give it a go. And there we go, there's a fish on the one in this flat. It's a little grayling, this one. Nice little fish. Well, there's one or two more rising in here, so we'll target one or two fish after this. So this fly is more suitable for this environment. It's a pretty little grayling. There we go, that was a rapid response there. That fish came and hit that fly almost the moment it landed, and it's a stunning, colourful grayling in this autumn sunshine on this late September day, and that fly we call the one does the business. Pretty colourful grayling, beautiful, beautiful colours in this autumnal sunshine. And back he goes. So in the flats, and there's one or two fish rising further out, so I'm going to put the fly over there. In these glassy flats, this paraloop grey duster tied with heron herl, and if you're interested in tying these flies, they are on our upcoming on-stream guide DVD, A Half Dozen Deadly River Dry Flies. There we go. As I say, grayling are never on their own. There's always, where there's one, there's always more. And it's great sport in this glassy flat, picking off these stunning, pristine little wild grayling. They are stunning fish in this autumn sunshine. Gorgeous little fish. And that fly we call the one does a great job of imitating a whole range of insects trapped in the surface film that these fish in these glassy flats feed on. There's one or two more moving, and I'm sure there's a bigger fish amongst them, so we'll carry on. That was a big long cast over the river for that fish. And this is a fly we call the one.